All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another show.
Ugh.
Politicality again.
Mhm.
The
Yeah, it's been a hell of
yeah,
a week.
yeah. It's been something. Uh, we're only really going to cover probably one. I mean, it's part of several things this week, but you know,
Hmm.
we're going to cover the a lot to do with the reaction to ICE murdering yet another person. Uh,
Hmm.
but we're going to talk about that, and we're going to have some fun in the second half of the show. We've got a bunch of quotes together, and we'll we'll do a little trivia top thing where you guys try to figure out what the subject of that quote is. And I mean, I think the only way you're going to know is if you remember the quote being used before. But I think that's about the only way you're going to be able to guess because you
Hmm.
know our
Man, I was digging for some of those quotes, and I had to go check another source to make sure that it was accurate because it sounded so crazy.
yeah. The he likes to call it the weave, but it's
No,
no,
it's
it's
dementia.
yeah, it's just incoherent. And I guess that I mean he does start out with a subject, and then all the just meandering he does when he talks is by the time you get past whatever he says the subject is at the beginning, you have no idea by the end of it what the hell he's talking about. Um,
Hmm.
kind of like the what was the one famous one, the boat's sinking and keep me away from that shark, whatever.
Yeah, it was like what
He was
like
supposed to be
where
bitching about
the
electric boats.
it was just like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, like what the hell? And then like him going off on fucking Hannibal Lecter. Like, okay, like as far as villains, I love the hell out of Hannibal Lecter, but holy shit, dude. Like what?
Well, I mean that he was confronted. He was like, they say that he's a fictional character. He's not, is what he said. So
Pretty much, yeah. The
yeah,
late great Hannibal Lecter.
yeah. But anyway, so we've got that. We've got a poll up here, and people's been voting on this for the last couple days. So there's some votes already in. You guys in chat, if you just put hashtag and the capital letter of your choice, it will register as a vote on here.
Mm.
But there's also a link pinned where you can go to the web page and vote on it there. It will probably only work as a vote with the hashtag while I'm on this page. I imagine. I mean, it might work while I'm not, but so I'll leave it here for a minute if you want to go ahead and vote. What are Greg Bovino's post-house retirement plans? A, buy lifts and finally feel tall. B, join a racist prison gang. C, have an affair with Stephen Miller. Or D, who the hell is Greg Bovino? Um, but yeah, I know some of you's already voted and stuff, and I see someone else has already
Mhm.
voted since we've been here. So there's that. You can vote anytime during the thing, and towards the end, we'll look at it and see where it's at then. But as of right now, having an affair with Stephen Miller seems to be the popular choice. But we're gonna do this every week. We'll have one of these, and so like today after the show ends, I'll figure out whatever we're gonna do for the next one, and either this evening or tomorrow, I'll put it up and a link and stuff, and um, you can vote on that.
Mhm.
So back over to here for a minute. All right. Um, What's up, everybody in chat? Thanks for coming and watching. I see Tori and Aunt Jur and uh,
Kelly's here. Yeah,
yeah,
everybody's
Jason.
here.
And why is my? It's not scrolling. Joe, uh, Ryan's here. Right-handed
Mm-hmm.
Sith, Kelly,
Ember.
Amber, Native Atheist, Sapphire, G. All right, what's up, everybody? Sorry if I missed your name. Robin, there you are. How's it going, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
So, the on-screen chat is probably this is probably its last week as a thing. It'll be going bye bye. I'm gonna be moving some things around and stuff, and yeah. But anyway, I guess let's jump over to this other screen here, and trying to decide where I want to start at because we've got a couple articles that
Yeah,
are not.
yeah. I mean, this week's been insane. Just for anybody who remembers this, Greenland was last week. It's been a week since the Greenland thing.
Yeah. So there was an article in the Guardian. Melania Trump's
Mm-hmm.
documentary struggles in UK cinemas as View admits sales are soft. I think they sold one ticket, wasn't it? Like, isn't that what the article
Yeah,
said?
like one.
Yeah, one
One.
individual ticket.
Like
Uh,
nobody wants to see this crap. Nobody.
yeah, yeah. It's it's not doing well. Which what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Deviant Outcast, I see you. Um,
Hi.
but yeah, not a good movie. I haven't watched it
Mm-mm.
and don't plan to.
No.
And I guess lots of other people felt that way too.
I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody I don't think anybody wants to throw money at it and support it, but two, I just don't think anybody gives a fuck about Melania. Nobody fucking does. She is not even
Including the
in
president.
fucking Yeah, she's not even in fucking DC. She's in fucking New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I don't think him tearing down the whole east wing of the White House was just for the ballroom. I think there's some
mm-mm.
symbolic things going on there, and there's been some whispers and stuff that they're actually working on being legally separated. But you know, we don't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't I mean, you would see like even in his first administration, he would reach over to like grab her hand and she would bat his hand away.
Yeah, she's done
Like,
that
I mean, she
this
hates him.
administration too.
Yeah, she hates him.
Mm,
She
yeah,
absolutely despises him, which I
yeah.
think is absolutely hilarious.
I think they have like an understanding of there's certain events and stuff that
Mhm.
you know it would benefit both her and him for her to be present, and so sometimes she is,
Mhm.
but there's also like this whole big thing about this aide to Trump that apparently he's involved
Mhm.
with her and has been for some time, and the bunch of
I
messages they sent back and forth that were kind of
I
interesting.
would be surprised if there's actually anything going on there because the dude's like nearly 80, has heart issues, has
Yeah.
dementia issues. I, I'm not
Well,
even sure anything could happen even if he wanted it to at this
so
point.
yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, but you know, some of the we don't have to get into the specifics, but the um, sometimes that's that's not the only way that those things happen.
True.
Uh, so yeah, the that you know, I don't know. I'm not saying any of that's a fact, but just something that's been said a few
It
times.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. He's cheated on every single one of his wives. So like it's one of those things that it tells you what kind of person Melania is because she knew all this crap about him before then and still married him. She knew exactly what she was getting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's
No,
in it for the money. That's it.
yeah. So, and then we've got this other Axios article.
Mm.
Blame game erupts over Trump team's false claim Alex Peretti sought massacre. And we'll touch on that a little bit more as we go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're all blaming each other. Uh, Stephen Miller's blamed Bondi. Bondi's blamed Stephen Miller. Trump is apparently siding with Stephen Miller. And
Mm-hmm.
Bovino, of course, has been shipped out. Uh, and then I think Tom Homan is now blaming Bondi as well. Which, I mean, she is the head of the DHS. There's that. This is kind of the thing. Like, this is what they do. One of them fucks up really bad, and then they blame it. They pass around the blame, and
Mm-hmm.
the buck never stops anywhere with this crew. It's Trump, of course, has never done anything wrong in his life, and um, Pam Bondi wants to blame Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller blames her. They're just, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's not they're already so underwater as far as how people feel about immigration and
Yeah.
how that's going. So
I mean, there's one poll that I saw, and I can't recall exactly where I saw it, but it's even people who are kind of hardliners on immigration are also saying this is not the fucking way to do it. Like, no, this is not okay.
yeah, yeah. So since that's kind of the story here, let's start at the kind of the beginning here. So this was right
Mm-hmm.
after this thing happened, and I want you to, as we go here, to keep in mind all the things that they say because we'll that they change that along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take a look at what Bovino had to say. This is I don't know how soon afterwards. This was right after it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen two separate people shot and killed by your officers within 17 days. Do either of you plan on taking any accountability for those actions?
Two suspects, or you're correct, two suspects have been shot, and suspects that assault, delay, obstruct, or threaten a law enforcement officer's life. It goes back to the choices.
So no.
Wow.
The answer was no. No, we do not plan
Yeah.
on taking accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so that's the story again. Like this person was violent and assaulted the police officers and attacked them,
Yeah.
and instead of doing an investigation, I think historically the way these things usually go is you don't get a lot of
Mm-hmm.
you don't get a lot of laying out things as fact right away because they're like we're not going to comment on that because it's an active
Yeah.
investigation, and the reason that they do that is because so they don't do things like this, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't care about what the facts are. They never
No, they
have.
don't.
uh you know the
I mean, yeah, I mean, they were. I mean, the fact that they came out immediately after this happened and said, "Well, he was planning on massacring cops." Like they already, and they basically said the same thing with Renee Good that she was planning on running over cops. Like that was the first thing that they came out with, and that's what they were going to run with. Like, they just decided, like, that this is where we're going to go, and this is what we're going to portray it as. And the thing is the fact that they even thought that they might be able to get away with it, when how many videos do we have of what happened that show very clearly what happened? And they're
Yeah.
still out there just to this day, like, outright lying about it.
Yeah, yeah. As late as last night, I seen Republicans on CNN lying about it. So, but so that was Greg Vivino. That's what he said. Shortly after that, um, here's Christy Nome, and she says several things here. We'll talk about the different things that she says, but she starts out talking about. I guess she's talking about this the whole time, but she thinks she is anyway. I guess I don't know, but here we go.
I want to address the tragic situation that we saw in Minneapolis today that unfolded on the streets. It occurred with DHS law enforcement as they carried out their lawful duties to keep Americans safe in the threat of criminal illegal aliens in this country. At 9:05 a.m. Central Time, the Department of Homeland Security law enforcement officials and officers were conducting targeted operations in Minneapolis against an illegal alien whose criminal history included domestic assault with intentionally inflicting bodily harm, disorderly conduct, and driving without a valid license. An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines with ammunition in them that held dozens of rounds. He also had no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at this scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement.
So, one of the things that I saw one of the leftist commentators do is they went through Minnesota's gun laws to show what the penalty would have been. The penalty for no ID is a fee not more than $25. That's it. If you have a permit and all that and you just don't have it with you, it's like a $25 fee. That's it. They're sitting here acting like it's the biggest crime, like that not having ID if you're carrying a firearm is worth the death penalty. It was not defensive because they shot him in the damn back.
Yeah.
Like the one of the, and I hate to even put it this way, but one of the positive things about this is a lot of people have realized how much they are bullshitting everybody about everything with this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the videos were out within an hour of this happening. We saw them before the administration even addressed it. And then they come out and they are clearly lying about it. And everybody's like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah. This. So she first tries they were going after an illegal alien that had domestic violence and driving without a license, which okay. But first they try the fear mongering side of it, of that they were trying to get this awful person out of the country, which okay, they want to they want to deport somebody who's here illegally. I don't even have a problem with that. Like um the lie that they're deporting only the people who are violent criminals and stuff, I do take issue with that because it's a lie. But I mean, if you're here illegally, you're here illegally, and you get popped for it and deported. That happens.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody is arguing that violent criminals who are here undocumented should be allowed to stay. Not a single fucking person I have heard has said anything like that.
Yeah.
I want the violent criminals out too. But the thing is the dude who's working as a farmhand down the road from me, who has been here for 30 fucking years. Okay, dude, like, he is not harming anybody. And,
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
leave those guys alone. Like, leave the people who aren't causing a problem here, like, just leave them alone.
Yeah. You know, she goes on though. There's more. Here, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Our law enforcement are doing everything that they can to protect the public. We're praying for this deceased loved one's family and friends, but we also recognize that the Minnesota governor and the Minneapolis mayor need to take a long, hard look in the mirror. They need to evaluate their rhetoric, their conversations, and their encouragement of such violence against our citizens and our law enforcement officers.
What a piece of shit, dude.
Any
Wow.
opportunity to blame it on Democrats, right?
Notice they're not going to any red states and doing this
Yeah.
shit.
And they're doing everything they can. They're praying, all right?
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers, guys.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
To take something that just happened, and again, there are investigations, which of course they're trying to we'll get to that, but we'll talk about investigations in a minute because interesting parts have came out, but there has been no calls for violence towards ICE. There has been nothing like that. People who are out protesting, that's their right to do so. There was no violence towards these officers. It's all on video. Nobody did anything to these people. They and we get to some. We'll watch that Jesse Dollamore clip here in a little bit, and there's and I'll admit it's a little conspiratorial, but at the same time, there's parts of it that are important there too.
Yeah,
so
and
I don't agree with his conclusion, but I think he gives some really important context.
I mean, I don't fully agree with the conclusion, but I do agree that one, it is absolutely possible, and it also is something that is right up the Trump administration's alley to do shit like that. So it really wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Trying to blame. So your office, okay, from Kristi Noem's perspective, her officers killed someone, murdered someone, shot him in the back after disarming him in the street. And she wants to blame the rhetoric of Governor Walz and Mayor Fry on him being violent towards officers, which he wasn't. It's his fault. So it's their fault that he's at fault for something he didn't do that caused them to shoot him. How that and that's how stupid you look whenever you try to make this political. There was no the only political side to this is that Donald Trump has sent untrained violent officers into cities that are murdering people.
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of the things that, like, yeah, the regime is completely fucking evil from top to bottom, but they are also incompetent as hell. Yeah, it might have been at least someone's idea to send in untrained people, but the fact is that if these guys had even a little bit of training, they would have probably known not to do this shit so fucking publicly so that everybody would have video of it within minutes of it happening.
Yeah.
Like, they're so incompetent, and they're so, like, let's get this done. One of the things I've noticed with Trump from first administration to this one, which he couldn't do it as much in the first, but he's doing it in this one, is he's trying to move so fucking fast that nobody can stop what he's doing. Like
Yeah.
with the East Wing stuff. They said they were going to do it, and very shortly thereafter knocked it down. They did that with the Rose Garden too. They said one day, "Hey, we're going to change this," and like the next day, they were tearing it up.
Well, he had said
But
when he said he was going to do the East Wing, he said that they wouldn't be damaging it in any way.
yeah, and
Yeah,
like 2 days later, they have bulldozers going
yeah,
through
they
it.
tore it down.
Yeah, and
Um,
the thing is that they do have this. They do have this. They do have this habit of when they roll out a policy, they go so hard and so fast that it's done so incompetently that they get the absolute worst results from it, and they get the worst optics from it, and then they're left scrambling to try and explain what's going on in some way that's going to be at least somewhat acceptable. But
yeah.
then the people are also so incompetent that they can't even do that. Like with Christy Nome coming out here and just outright fucking lying when we can see that's not what fucking happened.
She didn't learn a thing from last time, did she?
No. No.
But you know who's really to blame, right? Like, not just Walls and the Democrats, but like what Democrat specifically is at fault here?
In Minneapolis, Governor Walz and Mayor Frey, they instead choose violence. They instead choose to encourage the destruction of their city and the crime against their people.
Oh well,
Please show me where they did that. Please show me.
it cut out the part where she blames it on Joe Biden.
Oh, of course they blame everything on Joe Biden or fucking Obama. Like,
she
dude,
did. She
fucking
blamed Joe
Obama was
Biden
10
for
goddamn years ago. Like, leave it fucking alone already.
it. She goes on to blame Joe Biden and everybody else. The and you know the reason that I wanted to talk about this isn't just to show that she's wrong, because I mean she's wrong, but and anybody with eyes can watch the video and see that she's wrong. If you watch that video and you don't think that what she said or what Bavino said is wrong, then you're dishonest with yourself. You're not even lying to me or Lil or anybody else. You're being dishonest with yourself. The reason I wanted to talk about though is why they do this, because they want to create this fear that if you oppose them, if you speak out against them, they're just going to say that you were a violent terrorist and murder you in the street. Like,
Yeah.
this guy, and the thing they're trying to do now, which I didn't bring any clips of the most recent things they're saying, but now they're trying to say, well, he had an interaction with him like a week before
Like,
and kicked the car and spit on it and all
so
this stuff.
fucking
Yeah.
what? So
Um,
fucking what? Like, even if that video is him, and even if the video is legit, even if, tell me what part of that constitutes the death penalty.
well, here's
Please.
what I want to say. If you want to connect those two things, then let's connect them. So let's connect those two. If you want to make that, I didn't mean to do that. If you want to make a tie between those two things, then let's go all the way with it. So what you're trying to say is that he kicked a vehicle and spit on it, which there's video of him doing that. So what? Maybe he shouldn't have done that. Okay. But you're trying to say that it was okay for them to shoot him because of what he did before? Because again, they held him down, disarmed him, and then shot him in the back. Like,
Yeah. And keep in mind, he didn't touch a person.
yeah.
Even in the previous video, didn't touch a person. No. It was a fucking car.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, what the hell? But I mean, it's
yeah.
There is in no reasonable world does that constitute the death penalty. Period. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah, the only thing connecting those two things does is make it look like you're trying to justify shooting people in the street for spitting on a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
don't.
makes you look just as stupid as Christy Nome trying to claim he's a domestic terrorist.
Yeah. All right, let me get the next video up here. What do we want to do next? Well, let's look at Carolyn Levitt. As wonderful as she is to listen to.
Yeah.
Because we got the head of ICE, the head of the DHS. Let's hear what the White House has to say.
I would also like to address the chaotic scenes in Minnesota over the weekend. Nobody in the White House, including President Trump, wants to see people getting hurt or killed in America's streets. Saturday's shooting remains under active investigation by Homeland Security Investigations and the FBI. The Customs and Border Protection is also conducting their own internal review. As President Trump said yesterday, the administration is reviewing everything with respect to the shooting, and we will let that investigation play out. But let's be clear about the circumstances which led to that moment on Saturday. This tragedy occurred as a result of a deliberate and hostile resistance by Democrat leaders in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's always okay. And here's, like I said, show me a clip. Show me a direct quote of any of them calling for violent resistance. Any of them. No, they're not.
Yeah.
They have said over and over, peacefully protest. Peacefully.
Yeah, they keep saying, violent protesters, and the the one excuse or the one example I've seen them show of what they've tried to call violence is them dumping water on the ground around the federal building where the ICE officers are, so that their vehicles will slide, and that was the example that's the only thing that I've seen. Now they've thrown snowballs at them, I guess, but that didn't even happen here. That's not, that's that. Now there is some part of this story where they say that there was somebody else there that had thrown a chunk of ice at them, and then they had went after that person, and then they went over to these other people, and that's how they ended up wrestling dude to the ground who was trying to help somebody else up that had been pepper sprayed. I don't. I mean, either way, still, there's none of that justifies any of what they did.
No, none of it does.
And it's kind of odd, and this does kind of feed into the other thing, but it's kind of odd how they were after one person and then they recognized this person and went over. Like, their reason for grabbing him and pulling him to the ground and beat the shit out of him and all that kind of seems like they knew who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which like, I mean,
and they had taken his information. They had gotten his information from the previous thing. And there's some technology and stuff at use here too. But
yeah. I mean, like, there have been ICE agents, multiple ICE agents, telling multiple people, like, hey, we've got you in the database now as a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
yes, Joe, I agree. You shouldn't throw snowballs at anyone. But he didn't.
It's not worth the death penalty.
And he's not the one that did it anyway. So, and they didn't ever think he was the one that did that. So it's irrelevant. I don't throw snowballs at cops or ICE officers who aren't cops. But whatever. So ICE has no jurisdiction over American citizens anyway. So
nope.
They have to give this narrative that he was engaging them in some way. Mm-hmm. They grabbed him and pulled him back into the street and did this while he was trying to help someone else who they'd pepper sprayed, who was on the sidewalk when she actually got pepper sprayed. But you know, like you know, I don't. There's no way to there's no hope for
In
justifying what they did here. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say,
stop.
in no version of this that is even semi like lines up with reality was this remotely justified. Like, no, it wasn't justified at all. It was not.
Yeah. All right. Let's listen to some more.
For weeks, Governor Walz and the Mayor Jacob Fry and other elected Democrats were spreading lies about federal law enforcement officers who are risking their lives daily to remove the worst criminal illegal aliens from our streets.
How many of them have been murdered in the streets?
Yeah. I
What's the statistics on that? How many of them have been assaulted by protesters?
think
There's been a
one,
couple
Bob
of that.
McBoverson.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
yeah.
that's nothing to the level of even drawing a gun on someone.
Yeah.
That's not
I
happening.
mean, there was no reason whatsoever for their guns to even be out. There just wasn't.
Right. And if you do happen to look at that video, and there's going to be some scenes from that video in the next clip, or the next, after I'm done with Carolyn Levitt, the clip after that, there'll be some scenes from that video, even parts of the video. You'll see that the ICE officers, the very first thing they do is pull out their gun, and the officer that disarms him knows exactly because it's up under his jacket and stuff. They didn't. The only way for them to know that was there was to know it was there, and maybe
And
wrestling
he was
down. You could argue.
disarmed before he was shot.
Oh,
he was
very
disarmed
clearly, yeah.
before that. There's no justification for it whatsoever.
Yeah.
None.
Well, keep yelling at your phone, Joe. Maybe it thinks you're saying something reasonable, because I don't.
Tens of millions of illegal aliens from all over the world to flood into our country.
This guy's not an illegal alien. So
He's
I
a
guess
fucking
what you're trying.
U.S. citizen.
Yeah, I guess what you're trying to do here is say that ICE wouldn't be there if it wasn't for this. ICE shouldn't be there anyway. Not in the capacity that it is anyway.
And yeah, and here's the thing that proves that they don't give a shit about like illegal aliens coming over the border. Texas has I think it's like 2 million, 2.1 million, something like that.
Yeah.
ICE isn't fucking here. Like,
Yeah.
they're not in our streets doing this shit. I mean, they are like on a very small scale, but nothing like Minneapolis. No, they're only going after blue districts and blue states. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, ICE is what Ryan just said. How the fuck are we gonna have a Super Bowl with ICE trying to snatch up attendees? Yeah, ICE is going to be all over the fucking Super Bowl, and they've said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope the World Cup and I hope the Olympics gets boycotted like mad. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Among them, violent criminals who terrorized American communities and have inflicted devastating, permanent pain and harm on law-abiding Americans and their families.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to get to the voter rolls thing here in a minute. So she goes on, more of the same. Blame it on the Democrats, blame it on the protesters, blame it on everybody except for the guys that disarmed an American citizen and shot him in the back. Um, the which has
Mhm.
they've scrambled to find an argument here, so they've went from, well, he was attacking them to, oh, he had a gun, and which has led them to now start talking about Americans don't need guns, which
Yeah,
the NRA has spoken out against, and a whole lot of Trump's base has
yeah.
uh, opposed him on this.
This is why, and I kind of thought this beforehand, but at this point, anybody who is still supporting Trump after especially what he said about the Second Amendment, like, sorry, but like they are way too fucking far gone at this point. Like, they're never walking away
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Uh,
I mean, they could come out with the fucking. I guarantee you, they could come out with the fucking Epstein files and find out that Trump was there for every single thing. They'd be like, "Nah, okay, whatever," and they won't walk away.
yeah.
So,
Uh, um, yeah, I see the not going to be any trials. They're too spineless. The Democrats are too spineless to do anything, even if they get back in. I say if nobody's held accountable for this, then the people who are able to do that need to be removed. Also,
yeah,
the the it looks like anyway they're going to try and
yeah,
impeach Kristi Noem. Uh,
yeah.
but and Greg Bovino's been removed, but um,
Hmm.
the officers that shot a person in the back need to be prosecuted.
Yeah, yeah. They, and here's a good thing about it too is what I've heard from um several of the Minnesota, several, like Keith Ellison, who's the AG of Minnesota, and some other people in Minnesota law enforcement and justice system. They've said, like, these are state charges. They cannot be federally pardoned, period. There isn't any federal protection for it. And I've heard several of them say, like, there is absolutely enough evidence to go to trial with this, even if we don't have this thing and this thing and this thing. Like,
Yeah,
even if we don't have all the evidence that the federal government does, they're like, we got this thing on every angle from video.
yeah.
So, I
Which
mean, it's yeah. This is one of the things where um, there was even a story about how there's a lot of ICE agents that are trying to be like, oh, holy crap, I don't know about this. Because they're starting to realize they don't have the protection that they thought they did, or that they were apparently told that they have. They don't have that. They don't have
right.
state protection.
Well, they don't have the their immunity doesn't extend to criminal charges anyway. Qualified immunity doesn't cover them for criminal
Hmm.
offenses.
No.
Um,
And
so
yeah, like the federal government trying to swoop in and take control of the investigation, the state government's like, yeah, you can't really do that because we can still bring state charges.
yeah.
So,
So I will say there are parts of the event in this clip here, and I was
hmm,
kind of iffy about even playing this because of it, but I think it's important because not the video that they're showing. I even considered just blurring that part of the screen out, but I mean, I think it's playing on every news channel around, and
yeah,
this doesn't show the actual shooting itself. I don't
this is.
believe so.
I kind of had, yeah, I kind of had that opinion with the Renee Good shooting of not showing it, and I kind of get that. But at this point, I think it's one of the things that every American needs to see it at least once in its entirety, because
Mm.
they need to know what actually happened, and then what their government is trying to tell them happened, and
Right,
understand that
and
the
and
two do
that's
not
that's why
match.
we're doing this. Is
Yeah.
not. not because we need to debunk what they're doing, but to explain why they're lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is so. Whenever this first happened, this video of them disarming him hadn't really gotten out yet, and so this is Greg Bovino now after the fact, trying to cover his ass, and yeah, he's in his pretty little Nazi uniform, and yeah, yeah, I knew that's what you were going for.
That made me
He,
laugh. I'm sorry.
yeah, that he couldn't he just looks so much the part. He's such an asshat, but so let's listen to this.
An unarmed man shot multiple times by law enforcement, by your Border Patrol agents.
Dana, you don't know he was unarmed. I don't know he was unarmed. That's freeze frame adjudication of a crime scene via a photo. That's why we have investigators. That's why we have an investigation that is going to answer those questions. How many shots were fired? Who fired shots? Where was the guns? Where were the guns located? All those questions are going to be answered.
I think you can see the screen.
In the investigation.
So I want to point out something here. The ICE officers already have their guns out. They grabbed this guy from behind, pulled him onto the ground, and you see the guy that grabbed the gun there. He comes in, and it looks like that was his only purpose. He came in and grabbed the gun, and it's as soon as he gets the gun and walks away, and the officers on that side of him can see what he just did. He grabbed the gun and took it.
Yeah.
They can see that, and they pull their guns after he does that. So, you know, I find it hard to believe what he's saying and saying freeze frame adjudication and all that crap. We see him disarm him, and then they shoot him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're not going to adjudicate that here on TV in one freeze frame there.
Okay, it's not a freeze frame. We're showing a video of one of your agents taking the gun away, and that happened before Preddy was shot.
We don't know that agent was taking any gun away. That could have been the agents, because we don't know that. The facts are going to come to light.
So you're disputing the video that that's what happened?
With an investigation. That's why we investigate.
Well,
yeah, crazy.
Wow.
We're watching him do it in real time while you're saying we don't know that's what he did, while we watch him do exactly that.
I mean, and here's the thing that I do want to bring up about anybody who thinks that Tom Homan being in there as opposed to Greg Bovino, all they did was swap out Chrissy Gnome's attack dog for Stephen Miller's attack dog. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, Homan is just as bad and vile as Miller when it comes to immigration. So, like, it's not going to be any different, and
it's just to give the appearance of doing something. Yeah.
Well, with respect, you say that's why we investigate, but you're also drawing other conclusions that sort of fly in the face of waiting for an investigation. There's no.
Yeah, so she catches him up there. He says, "Well, we're waiting for an investigation, and you're wanting to decide these things on TV," and it's like, no, you're not waiting for an investigation. You've already said it was this other thing, and this video shows that was a lie, and now you're telling us to wait for an investigation.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They don't care what the truth is. They've got their narrative, and they're going to push it till the end of the earth. Like, that's all there is. And I mean, keep in mind, like, this is why I'm shocked they could still find people to work for this administration. Because Bovino did exactly what they fucking wanted him to do, and they still threw him under the bus the second they possibly could.
Yeah.
like there is no loyal. Like the only loyalty in this entire administration is you have to be loyal to Trump, but you're not going to get loyalty from anyone else, and they will throw you under the bus the moment it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
Why is anybody doing this shit? Like, why is anybody? God, people are shit, dude.
Yeah. 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 The people that defend this are again either and I admit there can be like they haven't actually seen it, they're just listening to what
Mm-hmm.
somebody told them or something. But I mean, if you're aware of this, you've seen the video and stuff, and you're defending what happened here, you're kind of a shitty person.
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not a very good person. The to and it's really weird too, because we've got like the people on the right who are all about the gun rights and everything, um, are okay with this. Like, never
Yeah,
mind the things that were said about the gun. They took an American citizen who was legally carrying a firearm. They held
and
him
shot him
down
in the
and
back.
disarmed him. Uh,
And shot him in
that
the back for
yeah,
it.
yeah, and then shot him in the back. But how can you say you're for those things and then you have to have a problem with this at some point, or you're just full of shit and shouldn't be listened to anyway, which I
Yeah.
would say is probably a lot of the case. uh
Mm-hmm.
but all right.
No evidence that he was perpetrating violence. And there's no evidence, unless you have it, and we'd love to see it if there is, that he was intending to massacre law enforcement, other than the fact that he was there and he had a gun lawfully.
He meant to be there beforehand. Again, Dana, he came there beforehand.
How do you
for
know that?
a reason.
How do you know that?
Because he was there.
But all he
Because
was doing
there.
was filming
It's
and
very
documenting
evident.
it, which is legal. He was carrying a gun.
I want to say again, this is one of those stories that requires that his argument requires that he knew that ICE was going to show up there and do this thing before they did it,
Mm-hmm.
which is silly as hell. He's trying to say, oh well, he showed up there with a gun. I mean, obviously there's protesters and stuff out there. They've been confronting ICE all
Mm-hmm.
over the place, but to know that they were going to be out of, like, there was going to be enough of them out of the vehicle there, he showed up there
Mm-hmm.
to do damage or whatever.
Yeah.
How does he know that?
They don't.
Yeah. And wouldn't there be better places for him to go to do that? Like, like that federal building we talked about, like there would be better opportunity if your story is correct. There would be better
Mm-hmm.
opportunities for him to do that, and it's just not true though. He was there recording. You can see him recording.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to more of that with the. In fact, let's just skip to that. Actually, we've heard enough of this asshat. We know what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that she did a better job than a lot of the folks on CNN of pushing back
Yeah.
against him. Let's see. So we're gonna watch a clip from Jesse Dollarmore's show. I don't usually play clips from other shows in this way. Like, if there's a news clip on that show, I'll show just the news clip part.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
he puts forward a theory here, a conspiracy,
Yeah.
that I don't completely agree with jumping quite that. I mean, he may be right. I don't completely agree with jumping to all the conclusions he does, but it's
Yeah.
it's the evidence that he backs it with that's important here.
Yeah,
So keep that in mind.
it's the evidence, and it's one of those things that you had to think about what ICE agents have been telling protesters for months now, that we're putting you in a database and
Yeah.
all this stuff, and just like it's one of those things, like I'm not 100% sold on this, but like it's definitely within the realm of possibility. Like it is.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say that he's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and if you think that all of the money that they have set aside for ICE enforcement, that these guys don't have some technology at use, you're silly, because
Yeah.
even
Oh, we know they do.
yeah, we can look at police departments and know better than that.
Yeah, I mean, we know they're using
Militarization of police
Palantir and all
departments.
this
Yeah.
shit. We know they're using all this shit to do this.
They're giving these guys access to whatever they want, to whatever's going to make them get close to Stephen Miller's 3,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch, and I'll pause it along the way and do some commentary here so we don't get in trouble.
I believe certain facts are coming to light when you piece all this different reporting together that paint a picture of the very, very likely, obvious possibility, but probability that Alex Preddy's execution came at the hands of ICE agents and CBP officers who knew who he was and they were targeting him. Said another way, he was on an ICE kill list. Let's go through this and you tell me what you think. I have two separate pieces of reporting here, one from the New Republic, one from CNN. Let me read you just the headlines and then we'll get to the CNN article. The New Republic article is Trump team demands right to destroy evidence in Alex Preddy shooting. A judge ruled over the weekend that the government is barred from destroying or altering evidence related to the investigation. The Trump administration is fighting in court so that they can, under color of law with permission from a federal judge, destroy evidence in the execution of an American citizen.
My question is, what are the odds that they already have, and they're trying to cover their ass?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they've basically.
It's a cover-up for sure.
To the court several times already about several different things.
Yeah, I think maybe. So the only reason I can see them going to court is because there must be some knowledge of this evidence at least existing outside of them. Like there's a reason for it, because otherwise they would just act like it didn't exist like they do normally.
Yeah, I mean, it comes from part of it comes from the Renee Good case, is because the federal government swooped in and like took all the fucking evidence before Minnesota could even get their get like their shit together enough to go get the evidence. I mean, the feds just like swept the evidence away as fast as they possibly could with Renee Good. But
I don't know, Jason. Explain. Business as usual. I don't think it is. But okay. Explain to me what you mean by that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know what point you're making. All right. Let's hear him some more here.
At the hands of masked secret police. Why would they want to destroy evidence? Why would they not want to vindicate their officers who did nothing wrong with evidence? Cover up. And the CNN headline, which we will start with, Alex Preddy broke rib in confrontation with federal agents a week before death, sources say. And in this article, they highlight that ICE and these federal goons, these secret police of Donald Trump, are creating databases and lists, and they are tracking cell phones and creating a network of which cell phones were where and at what times, and then where'd they go and who were they also near. It is a nightmare of Fourth Amendment violations, and they are tracking protesters. They are tracking not only protesters, but observers. People who are just there to record, people who are just there to chronicle, which is what Alex Preddy was. He was not a protester. He was an observer, a peaceful, quiet, uninvolved observer just there to film.
Now, I will say the former interaction does kind of refute that bit, because he was kicking and he made himself known to them. I'll put it that way. I'm not excusing anything that happened in any way. I'm just saying, like, this whole
Yeah.
point that he wasn't protesting and he was a quiet, peaceful observer. The problem with saying that is that other video is going to be used to then dismiss everything else you've said here. That's the only reason I pointed out.
I mean, even then, even though that's what they're going to try to do, on the day that this happened, yeah, he was a peaceful observer on the day that he got shot, whereas what he did on any other day still does not constitute him getting the death penalty for it. It doesn't. And they've proven that they don't give a shit about Second Amendment rights. They don't give a shit about First Amendment rights. They don't give a shit about Fourth Amendment rights. They don't give a shit about any of your rights. So they have no problem violating any of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason, okay. I follow you now. Ryan, black people have always experienced violence at the hands of authority in the country. There was actually another video that I didn't bring because I wasn't sure how to do commentary on it. I wasn't sure that it was my place to even get into it. But it was a CNN video where they're pushing back and saying that, that he was impeding ICE, and there was a...
How?
Huh?
How?
Yeah, I know. There was a guy. Oh, what's his name? He's a famous black civil rights guy. But anyways, he talks about how black people have been dealing with this for 250 years, and then now they're using the same tactics against anybody who opposes them, and uses some... I'm not going to use the language he used because it's not appropriate for me to do it, but yeah, you can go find that. It's a recent CNN thing where they're I think it talks about they destroying it's... I forget the title. I'll have to look it up. I can give it to you later if you want. Hit me up in Discord or something. I'll send it to you. But it's a very good video. Just didn't think didn't think we had the right panel here for it. But all right, let's listen to a couple more minutes of this and address your last comment. Let's see. Can we talk about these videos if we simply skip the shooting part or blur certain parts? Yeah, we're talking about these videos now. But yeah, I mean, we can talk about whatever.
I mean, yeah, like it was like Titan had said that he disagreed with my comment that I think everybody needs to see this. And the reason, most of the time, I would absolutely agree with that. My problem with this is that I think it needs to be... I think everybody needs to absolutely see this is what actually happened. This is what they're trying to tell you happened, and it is very, very clear. They do not line up. Like, this is some of the best evidence that you're going to get that this administration is lying to you from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Just because what every single one of them has said has not lined up with what the video clearly shows. And sometimes people kind of need to be hit in the face with the reality of what's actually going on. Because there's a lot of people who are still kind of trying to bury their head in the sand and be like, no, this isn't happening, blah, blah, blah. It's just an administration I don't like. No, this is something that we need every single person we can get to fight against.
Yeah. Let's... I'm only going to let this play a little bit longer, and then we'll go to part of the show where we'll open this up and invite some people on, not to talk about this, but to do a different thing. We'll get into it in a minute. Let's play another minute of this, and then we'll go.
and he was on a list. They broke his rib just the week before in an earlier incident, and then I believe targeted him on the street because they knew he was there based on all of their surveillance. And look, we've seen the video of, and if you haven't, I'll just play it real quick. It's very brief, like 20 seconds of an ICE agent getting the plate of a car and then telling the woman that we're putting you on a database. We're creating a database and you're going to be considered a domestic terrorist.
It's not illegal to record.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, why are you taking my information down?
Because we have a nice little database.
Oh, good.
And now you're considered a domestic terrorist. So
They're
videotaping you? Are you crazy?
Just FYI, there have been multiple videos of shit like that going down all over the country.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a one-off thing.
Yeah, it's not a one-off. It's not one ICE agent being an asshole. Like, they're literally saying this to multiple people across the country. I know people who have been given the heads up saying, like, you probably should be careful because you might wind up on one of these lists without even realizing it. And it's just like, holy crap, dude. So it's just like, I mean, yeah, they're coming after anybody who is opposing them in any form or fashion at this point.
Yeah, all of this was not all of this, but the main parts of this were in Project 2025, and the shutting down people on platforms like this that speak out against them was part of it too. And I don't doubt that they try that as more and more people talk about this and expose the things they're doing and all that.
Yeah. And also on that note too is the fact that with shutting down social media is like since TikTok officially got handed over, it's been censored all hell from just about anybody I know who's on TikTok is like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
Like the
censorship
over there is insane.
Real quick before we open it up, let's check on the poll thing again here. We put up this poll. What are Greg Bovino's post-ICE retirement plans? A, buy lifts and finally feel tall. B, join a racist prison gang. C, have an affair with Stephen Miller. Or D, who the hell is Greg Bovino? There is a link pinned in the chat. You can go and vote on this. Or you can just put hashtag and capital A, B, C, or D, and it will register your votes. We'll leave it here for a minute so it'll register any votes if anybody wants to vote on it. But we're going to try and do this every week and have kind of a tongue-in-cheek little poll or something to have some fun with. And I'll let it run for the whole week. Either tonight or tomorrow, I'll come up with next week's poll.
The have an affair. The have an affair with Stephen Miller is like the best ever. Like that made me laugh so hard when I saw it. I was just like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nitty? And yeah,
Hey, Nitty.
all the stuff of Project 2025, Robin and I were screaming about weekly for quite a while before the election ever happened, for months and months and months before it. And we even had lists of all the different things, which have now, came to fruition. So there you go with that. Anyway, whenever I flip back off of this screen, if you haven't voted, you'll have to follow the link to go vote. But yeah, so let's use, and I'll check back on this again before the show's over. Let's use our media room here, only let's do this. We'll get rid of this. And then we'll add one of these. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to put a link in chat. What we're going to do, we are going to go over some Trump quotes, and you guys in chat, you can play along too. But if you want to come on, we're going to have, well, I'll probably read a Trump quote and have you guys try and guess what the subject of that quote, what he's talking about. And before y'all go, please let Lou explain the rock from her photo.
Okay, so I showed a photo and I put it on the Discord yesterday. There's a rock in the photo, and I'm geeking out touching it. It is a rock that is, I think, 4.2 billion years old. It is the oldest rock on the planet. So it's really cool. They have a chunk of it at the, what is it? It's the American Museum, or what is it? It's the Native American Museum at the Smithsonian. I think it's a Museum of the American Indian, I think is what the name of it is. It's absolutely fantastic. But they have at northeast, south, and west, they have a rock from each one. The rock to the north, because this rock is from the very, very north in Canada. It's the oldest rock, but the rock that they have to the west, which is the furthest parts west that you can go in our hemisphere, is a rock that is like 3 years younger than I am, from Hawaii. And of course, they got permission, and all of these were from native lands, and they got permission to take it, obviously. They didn't just they didn't pull a British museum. They got permission and did what they needed to. So it's really, really cool.
By the way.
Oh yeah. I'm being a geek in this photo. I was so excited. I have been wanting to see this rock for years.
There's the picture she's talking about.
I'm a nerd. I'm a geek.
That's cool, though. I mean, I think that's.
I expected it to be a little bit bigger. You can't really see it in that photo, but it's like there's so many layers, and it's so like because it's a metamorphic rock, so it's all like jumbled up. It's really cool. It's called the Acosta Gneiss.
Neat.
Here, I'll put the name of it here in case anybody feels like looking it up later.
All right. So I've posted a link. If you want to come on and play the quote game with us, you can. You don't have to. I mean, we can obviously do it. The people in chat are going to guess anyway, so it's fine if not. I was gonna team people up and whatever, but we don't have to do it that way if nobody wants to join. Let's see here. Let's get.
Would you like me to read some of these?
Sure. Why can't I not? Let's do it this way. There we go. All right. We'll just go back to this screen, and if anybody joins and wants to play, they can. But yeah, go ahead and you can go ahead and pick the first one and go for it. I've got a couple more that, or at least one more that wasn't even on the thing that I sent you. So
yeah. Where's the one that was? Oh, I changed the Obama standards from very mediocre at best to extraordinary. You remember that only the highest aptitude, they have to be the highest intellect and psychologically superior people were allowed to qualify for. Huh?
So yeah, so the question is.
Voice. I wish I could, but I can't.
So the question is here. What job are they talking about here? Or what job is Trump talking about here? I'm trying to find that on the list.
It's
Okay.
under, yeah. It was, yeah.
All right. So let me fix this to where I can see.
Oh, hey.
Chat. Having an issue here. There we go.
Do we just want to highlight the first person who got it right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Air traffic controllers.
Yeah, so I'll get this longer one out of the way here. All right, so they've taken it. Can you imagine? And they don't do it. A lot of very low IQ people, they don't do it. Other people work it out and they get them money and they go out and buy Mercedes Benzes. And they come from here and they have no money. They've never had money. They've never had a life. They've never had government. They've never had a country because there's basically no country. So so I already read it. But it's not even a country. They don't even have anything that resembles a country. And if it is a country, it's considered just about the worst in the world. I didn't say the whole word, so maybe nobody caught it there. But
that one's pretty recent. Yes, he said Benzes.
Yes, he did. Yes. that was copied and pasted quote. Not I didn't.
Yeah. These are all direct quotes.
Yeah, I spoiled that one. I'm sorry. We'll let Lil read the next one, and I'll try again in a minute after I've punished myself. Anyway, that was a racist rant about Somalians that I gave away there halfway through it for those that didn't catch it.
Okay, let's see. Blink is a very good person, but we have to make sure Blink isn't infiltrated. I stole this one to a friend last night, and then I told them what the answer was. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Guys, this is our fucking president. What the fuck?
Who's fill in the blank on this one? Blank is a very good person, but we have to make sure Blank isn't infiltrated. We'll give you.
This is recent too, like within the last month.
Definitely within the last month and couple days.
Oh my god. That
Bluesky.
it would be Santa Claus.
Yeah. Yes, he was talking
Santa
about
Claus.
Santa Claus. Almost. Almost, guys. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is one, and I joked about this for weeks after he said this, but this man was strong and tough, and I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there and they said, "Oh my God, that's unbelievable." What or who was he talking about?
Oh my god. How?
Jason Jacoby's close.
Very close. Not quite, but almost close.
Not Mickelson.
Anyone else?
He was talking about Arnold Palmer's hog.
I saw him say that live, and me and my mom were just like, what? She was just like, oh my god. Wow. Yay! Kip got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see. What's the. Okay, this is an easy one. You guys should get this. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. There was a whole song someone did with eating the dogs, eating the cats, and it still makes me giggle when I think about it. Yay!
There you go.
There we
All
go.
right.
Yep.
Haitian
Asian
immigrants.
immigrants.
So this one might be tough. This is one of my favorites though. I'm going to try and get through it without laughing. This was a take on bacon. Bacon is now up 5 times, 6 times. You can't buy bacon anymore. And I said we're going to end the wind. We're going to end the wind because the wind it's very expensive. It doesn't work. It kills all kinds of birds and destroys everything. And I'll go ahead and say it's not windmills. Mm-hmm. Although he is talking about windmills in the second half. I think that's obvious. But the way that he said it is crazy. So, yeah. Yeah, this one's kind of tough. And I'll read it again here. Yeah, partly right, Jason. This was a take on bacon. Bacon is now up 5 times, 6 times. You can't buy bacon anymore. And I said, we're going to end the wind. We're going to end the wind because the wind it's very expensive. It doesn't work. It kills all the birds and destroys everything. It
so
takes
he's
a
going
second.
to end wind.
There's a delay of about like 10 seconds between here and the YouTube feed. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I try to wait an extra bit of time there. What is we got? Abolish Gestapo, remove the Russian governor of the U.S. Trump. Russia rules the U.S. by proxy. It's time for the 25th Amendment. Even Fitzo thinks that Trump is crazy and dangerous. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't know how much Russia controls the U.S. as much as Trump is just a Putin bootlicker. But but I mean, I think if Russia, if Putin called Trump and said, "Trump baby, will you do this thing for me?" I think Trump would probably.
Oh yeah.
And then he would talk about windmills. All right. So that was Trump's response to rising food costs. Yeah. It was actually about food costs.
One that Trump said, and I think it was relatively recently, but he said, "I like the fish. I like it." That's what he said. Sound and everything.
Yeah. I guess I could have read these in a Trump voice, couldn't I?
I can't do a Trump voice at all.
I don't do a very good one. It's only good sometimes. It's one of those things that I have to like catch it just right, and then I can do it. But what's up, Seth? Good to see you, man.
Hey, Seth.
All right. Anybody want to guess the I like the fish?
I like the fish. I like it. Sound effect and everything. Was in that. He likes the sound effects. He was talking about McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's. Oh my god.
All right. I've never walked into a room so silent before. This is very, oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. Who or what? What's he talking about? Who's he talking to? Here. Jason was quick on that one.
Yeah. Dude.
He knew that one.
Jason's on top of this. Yeah,
Yep,
it was
all
the
the
meeting
top
with
brass.
like all the top guys.
So that's what we'll have to do whenever we're covering Trump stuff. We'll have to have Jason come on and decode what it is that's being talked about, so we understand. Yeah, everybody with the military. You're right. All right.
Let me see. He said, and Blink always said, "Never fight uphill, me boys." Accent and everything included.
Yeah,
Who was he talking about?
He said it. He said it like 5 times too.
Yeah.
Never fight uphill, me boys.
In like the worst Irish accent you've ever heard. How is this our reality? How?
That is our dear leader.
Mm-hmm.
Fight uphill.
Fight uphill.
Yeah. I should probably just let you say it because
the person who he claims that this never said anything of the sort, and especially not in that accent.
Yeah, I don't think he had an Irish accent.
No, he did not.
He said, "Fight uphill, me boys." Oh boy.
I was talking about Robert E. Lee at when he was doing an address at Gettysburg. Well, Trump was doing an address at Gettysburg. He was talking about Robert E. Lee. What? Huh?
Let's see it. Let's see if Jason can get this one. All right. And he goes, "Yes, sir. They changed it like in the early 50s. So we won the First World War. We won the Second World War. We won everything in between and everything before that. We only won and we went, in a way, woke. That was probably the first sign of wokeness, and we changed it." What is he talking about? This one is, you probably had to hear it. Jason, that's close. He said something similar with the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah,
but,
he says something very similar.
That's close, and around the same time. I love when he gave us history lesson in Revolution War airports. Yeah, the Battle of Shrewd Farms was northmost battle of the Civil War. The Defense Department, Jason again, got it right.
Nice.
Yeah, he was talking about renaming the Defense Department to the Department of War. Yeah, we did not, in fact, win everything. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, here's one that it's probably not the first thing you think of, but it says they're not doing that anymore because boom, boom, boom. We have a president that uses sound effects.
Oh, you already read that one. I'm deleting these off the list as we go.
Me too. It's they're not doing that anymore because boom, boom, boom.
He was talking about double stuffed Oreos. I like that.
Yes, possibly. He was talking about, get this, Somali pirates. Okay.
All right. It was a big, I said. Mom, why are there bars on the buildings? I used to play Little League Baseball there, a place called Cunningham Park. I was quite the baseball player.
What was he originally talking about?
Yeah. I don't even know how you get there from here, but I think I know what he's talking about, but
Mhm.
like at least there's only a couple words that give it away, I guess. It was a big, I said, Mom, why are those bars on the building? I used to play Little League Baseball there, a place called Cunningham Park. I was quite the baseball player. An insane asylum. You got it right, Ascalon. All right.
Okay, let me see.
I see two left.
Yes, we have two left. I never admitted that before, but you see, I'm allowed to. We won in the Supreme Court based on merit.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck. I never admitted that before, but you see, I'm allowed to. We won in the Supreme Court based on merit.
And then I think the rest of it is like, no, everything's based on merit.
Overturning Roe v. Wade is
he
a
was
good
talking
guess.
about he was talking about how he can finally admit that he does not like good-looking people.
Yeah, because that's what you say.
Oh my god.
All right. And the last one. I didn't know that for 24. Well, hold on. I didn't know that for 22 years we would have a practice. We do it 3 times a year because they cancel. When they heard we were coming, we were devastated. I see. I say if I were a flyer and they cancel, I'd be extraordinarily happy. That's just incoherent nonsense. That one is like, you deserve a prize if you know this by the context and not just remember him saying this. But I remember him saying this.
So do I.
Because I was like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that for 22 years we could have a practice. We do it 3 times a year because they cancel. When they heard we were coming, we were devastated. I see. I say if I were a flyer and they cancel, I'd be extraordinarily happy. He was talking about having sex with Melania. I don't. Yeah, send me an email, Joe. You're bored. We're talking. We're making fun of the stupid things your buddy says.
Boo-hoo.
All right, so I'll go ahead and tell this one because there's no way anybody gets this one. He was talking about Venezuela bombings.
Yeah, when they were bombing the Venezuelan boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? That didn't even make any sense.
And I mean, this is literally the quotes that I pulled. Like, I was able to grab those in like 15 minutes just from sheer memory of some of these stupid things that he said. Like, holy crap! Like, and this is on this is on a damn near daily basis that he's going out there. He's spouting this incoherent shit. Like him saying Iceland instead of Greenland, like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then fucking Levitt comes out and says, "Oh, it's because it's covered in ice. That's why he's saying Iceland." Bitch, no, he's not. We are not that goddamn stupid.
Bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
It reminded me of Dave Chappelle when you said that. The way he
I
says
say
it.
that all the time.
Bitch, please. So I actually know where a bunch more of these are, so maybe we can do some more of these. Maybe we do it again next week. So we were talking, and I haven't told anybody this yet, but we do this show once a week, and there seems to be there's just so much stuff that comes up, and so we're gonna add a second show on. I think we decided Sunday afternoon, right? We're gonna add a second show on Sunday afternoons, and starting not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Yeah, we'll get some politicality centered emojis. I tell you what, if some of you go join the memberships down there, I can add more emojis. They start at 99 cents, so click the join button down there. I'm on the NTOM server, Ascalon. I don't talk much on anybody else's server. I kind of stay at home as far as that goes. You won't see me say much. In fact, I think it's probably been months and months since I've commented on another server. I don't usually post any of my stuff on other servers. I just post it on mine, which it would probably be smart for me to get out and share at other places and stuff. But I don't do a lot of shilling for things, and I don't know. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to at least do some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I post the link to this one on my big server. For anybody that doesn't know, I run the Secular Talk Discord server. I post a link to this every time on that one.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yes, you need to chill it more.
Yeah, and definitely if you're here watching, whether you're on Lil's channel or my channel, go over and subscribe to the other one. If you're over there, come here. If you're here, go over there and subscribe to Lil's channel. Lots of good stuff.
Damn, nice.
We'll be adding some more emojis, it looks like. Justin Yahooligan just became a member, and I'll try to read all of these if I can, but let me go back and find it in the chat.
Let's see. Oh, damn, dude. Nitty got a membership. Aunt Jur got a membership. Drusilla got a membership. Kip got a membership. Native Atheist. Al Trucker. Madam President Piggy got one. HJ Sphere, I think, got one. Mark Reed got one. Scott Duke got one. Scientific Origins got one. Sapphire Chicky Mary Resist Oppression got one. Counter Apologetics. CK Randy got one.
He did it again.
Holy crap!
Regios just gifted 40 memberships.
Damn. Thank you. Holy crap. That's awesome. Right Hand Sith got one. Fred Say-So got one. Blastmaster. Mark the Rational. And I know I'm missing some.
Yeah. And it didn't give a list of who got memberships on the second one, so there may not have been anybody else to give them to, because we already had we already had I think around 30 members. Awesome. So I don't know though, because I've been up to 70 before. Thank you so much, Regios. I really appreciate it. That was very generous of you. And
Yeah, thank you
everybody who
very
got
much.
memberships, welcome. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. And for those of you that did get memberships, we'll do some member stuff here every week. There's 20 more memberships again.
Oh my god.
So yeah. Wow.
Holy crap. Yeah.
No, I guess there was still people to give them to.
Ember got one. So did Ryan.
I need to fix my bot to where it doesn't do that because it already does it.
Oh wow.
All
Yeah.
right. Thanks so much, Radios. That's awesome. 60
I think
memberships.
everybody has a membership now.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're not a member here, it's because you've never watched the show. But yeah. So for all the new members, yeah, I'll do a members thing here. This weekend I'll do some member stuff, I guess, since we got all these new members, and I will add some emojis reflecting Lil and politicality and all that. I've got a bunch of emojis made yet that I wasn't even able to put up. 40 in total, so it wasn't 3 different. Okay,
Still a lot.
I guess that's why it did. I guess that's why on the second one it didn't list anybody, because that was the second one just now.
Yeah, maybe we might have seen it as double, but yeah, that's still awesome.
Well, yeah, no, 40 is amazing. that's the most that's ever been gifted by a bit. So thank you so much, Regios. That's awesome. I really appreciate you. Regios has been a big supporter for a long time. I really appreciate it. Tori says, Joe, I think you and Mark should figure out schedules and time zones and stream together. So I actually spoke to Mark about this last night, and I'm going to get with Mark and do something one evening. I'll stream like 9 o'clock in the evening or something and do a stream with Mark, because I haven't got to hang out with Mark in a while. Me and Mark are good friends, and I don't get to talk to him often enough because of the time zone issue. So I have a kid that goes to school every morning when there's not 2 inches of ice on everything, and so I kind of wrap up early and don't. That's why I do most of my stuff in the afternoon. But I am actually able to do stuff in the evening. I just try not to do that. Regios gifted 5 more memberships. Tori and Robin, Tilting Windmill, Lil, Objective Ethics.
That's all I remember. Okay.
Well, you are for sure now.
Well, I am now.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Regios. I appreciate it. What's up, Al? Good to see you. Yeah.
Hey, Al. Hey, by the way, Al, you're a member now. Congratulations.
Yeah. There's people coming in because they're like, I just got a notification that I'm a membership. That's not right at all. All right, let's take a look at our poll, and we'll get ready to be done with it for this week. So you can still vote for this, hashtag capital A, B, C, or D in the chat. Or you can click the link and go vote on the webpage for it. What are Greg Bovino's post-Oz retirement plans? A, buy lifts and finally feel tall. B, join a racist prison gang. C, have an affair with Stephen Miller. Or D, who the hell is Greg Bovino? You guys can still vote on that. Lil, you're still here and able to talk. I just we're not on screen at the moment.
Yes, I am.
And yeah, Regios, you're awesome, Al said, and I agree.
Absolutely.
Tori celebrates 3 months of membership. Thanks for being solid, Joe. Thank you, Tori. You're always great to talk to. Tori and I talk a lot behind the scenes. Tori messages me stuff all the time. And we talk about different things, community and political stuff and whatever. Have a hard time with that vote. Nothing says A through C. Might all be in the cards. Yeah. Yeah, anything's possible here. And what do we got? 24 votes altogether so far, and we've got 29 viewers right now. So we'll keep monitoring it we'll look at it one more time before we go. I've got us. We're not ending for another 15 minutes. We may get out of here a bit early if nothing else goes on. But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna add a show on Sunday afternoons because there's just so much of this to keep up with. And to be honest with you, where we have a whole week of news. Tori's trying to vote here. Let me see if it captured your vote, Tori. It might have because of the delay. I have to be on this screen for it to work there. Yeah, it did. Oh no. Hit that again, Tori. Oh, there it goes.
No, it went. Yep.
Okay. So it does work even if I'm not on the screen. That's good to know because I was afraid that it would. Watch chat there. So one of the things is that like where we have weeks worth of news, whenever I put all these clips together, I'm having because I can't do it. Some of them I grab through the week, I admit, but usually I have to kind of wait till right before we do the show so that I've got the most recent information about that thing because the Trump administration generally lies and then we find out something different about whatever it is. So I usually have to kind of wait before I put it up.
Like one thing that has just come up in the last 24, 48 hours or so is the fact that the FBI was down at the Fulton County courthouse or something in Georgia getting their fucking ballots from 2020.
Yeah. Well, that's also something we didn't talk about that I forgot.
Yeah.
It's the White House.
You can't talk about all of it. You just can't.
Yeah. The White House and Carolyn Leavitt, Kristi Noem, they had given an ultimatum to Governor Walz, essentially is what it comes down to. And they had said, we want you to deport these people in your jails, and we want you to work with us to get the convicted criminals that are here illegally out. And they actually Carolyn Leavitt, or was it Kristi Noem? One of the two in the speeches that I showed earlier, if you watch the rest of that speech, they go on to list, these are the things that we've asked for and this will end. And bye, Kelly. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Kelly.
But the one of the things that they didn't mention that they did ask for is they wanted the voter rolls also as part of stopping the ICE invasion. Weird thing to ask for, not related to ICE in any way.
Not remotely.
It kind of gives away the game, too, of what Trump's plan is to steal an election.
The thing that just shows me that they are preying on people who are not all that intelligent or can't put two and two together.
Dumbasses.
Yeah. I was trying to be somewhat diplomatic.
Yeah.
Is people who are here without documents can't vote. And even if they tried to, the consequences, the penalties, and especially in Texas, for instance, the penalty for voting when you are not allowed to are so fucking high, it is not worth risking it for one extra fucking vote. It's just not. And they have shown over and over and over from the Obama administration and before that, how little voter fraud there actually was. And most of the voter fraud was, guess what? On the Republican side.
Resist Oppression, thank you for the membership. Regios gifted a bunch of memberships and you got one. I'll do a members thing, and you can come hang out if you want. I love the Guy Fawkes mask. Uh, what's that called there? What are those things
Yeah.
called? Profile pictures. That's it. Yeah. But
I do that too, so don't feel
yeah,
bad. I
yeah.
was okay. So, like for instance, I was trying to get ready this morning because I was on Ember's show just before this, and Dr. Kip was on there. Which, if you know me, I am a big Kip fan. So I'm just like, oh my god, okay, I gotta, and I'm start looking for the notes that I have written down for this, and I can't find them anywhere. And I still haven't been able to find them. I don't know where they are, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I'm good at using the wrong word at times, or just I'm also prone to just forget what I'm talking about mid sentence a lot
I
too.
do that too.
I'm I'm 43 to a lot of you. That's probably old as fuck. So I do that, but yeah, I'm 43, and I usually wear a hat because my five head is
I'm not much younger than you.
my
I
my
just
hair
turned 41, so.
my hair is running away from my face. But anyway, so yeah, the voter rolls thing I think is kind of telling. Trump is so hated by even his own base now. Like his approval rating says that if we held an election today against a cardboard box, he would lose. He
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to. So he's going to attempt to pull some shit. Now I've said since you a baby Joe, yeah, uh, uh, yeah. Now,
Oh, hush, Cap.
so I've had heart surgery and stuff. Had open heart surgery a few years ago, and um, the the heart tracking app thing that I use on my phone, it says that my heart age is like 38 or something, and younger than I am, which is weird. Maybe it doesn't realize that I tick like a clock.
I'm 41, and I have had severe arthritis since I was like 16.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the heart surgery did a number on me. That put me down for a while. I was in the hospital for 2 months, and had to it was like even getting back to walking was a job, and even after 2 months when I got home, I couldn't lay down in the bed. Yeah, so it took a long time to recover from that, and still have some issues and stuff. And I tick really loud like a clock, but in a quiet room you can hear me ticking. In fact, now because of the way that my microphone is, you wouldn't be able to hear it here, but if I turned off the background cancellation and all that stuff, you could hear me tick on the stream actually if I was quiet. Yeah, it's very audible. Weird thing, but anyway, who thinks the elections happen? So Randall, go ahead.
I have a thought about this because it's one of those things. Like, I think they're absolutely going to try to stop them, but I think if they did, or if they tried, or even maybe successfully did, they're going to have protests on their hands, the likes of which they haven't seen yet. Like, it's going to make the shit that's happening now look like child's play compared to what's going to happen.
Yeah. So the thing that I've said since Trump got elected, I've said this, and I agree with Randall somewhat here. I think what Trump does and what he's in the process of doing is he sends troops into blue cities, which I predicted this would happen as soon as he got elected. He sends troops into blue cities and uses the Insurrection Act to declare martial law in those cities and to cancel votes there. I think in the coming months, as people start to campaign, we'll see an uptick in him sending troops into cities, and they will be blue cities, and they will be in states like Pennsylvania and Georgia and places where he needs to win. The Wisconsin, you know, those swing states. Now, that's been my prediction for a long time. I am kind of leaning towards that may not be as viable to do it that way now because of what Lil said. Like the he'll have to cancel the vote right before the elections, and if he does that,
It's going to cause a problem.
I think there will be riots in the streets. Honestly, I think if he actually goes as far as just refusing to let to have fair elections in order to keep power, because he knows if these elections are held fair, he's gone. He's out of there.
I
He's
mean,
out of there, and so are all of his cabinet members.
yeah. I
And
mean,
some of them are going to prison.
yeah.
Yeah, but so
And
he's not going to let that happen. I predicted
yeah.
when Trump was the first term, as soon as he was elected, I said he won't leave. He won't leave peacefully, and he didn't. He will never admit defeat in anything. He will never admit he's wrong in
Yeah.
anything. He and wow, that's too bright.
It, I mean, here's what I don't get about Republicans, because there's been a lot of people saying behind the scenes that Republicans are saying, like, holy shit, like, okay, we got to start doing something. There's been a couple people who have said, like, we might need to impeach him. It's 25th Amendment time, that kind of thing, so on and so forth. The thing is that they're acting like if they impeach Trump, it is immediately the Democrats who will run everything. No! Because it goes to Vance. If Vance gets impeached too for whatever reason, fucking Mike Johnson becomes president. It has Republicans all the way fucking down. It's not being handed over to the Democrats. It's being handed to another fucking Republican.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that J.D. Vance would be more likely to stick to the 2025 plan for the Heritage Foundation.
What worries me about Vance is smart enough to do things in a manner that it would probably be that are not as ostentatious as Trump does. So it will probably be a little bit easier for him to get away with stuff. But the upside to him is he has the charisma of a pool noodle. Like he has
a pool noodle might have a bit more.
Maybe, but the thing is like he doesn't have, as much as I hate Trump, like he's got for some reason that charisma that like the GOP likes, but Vance doesn't have that. Vance is not going to be able to hold them together because, like I've said before, Mega's already fractured into like 5 different factions, all with different leaders. And like there's nobody that can unite them the way Trump has. There's nobody. Like they're all already starting the bitch fight for who gets on top, and nobody's coming out.
Yeah. All right, let's see the final results of the poll. Oh, having an affair with Stephen Miller wins it by a vote.
I mean, Stephen Miller is from Santa Monica, so he is in California, and Greg Bavino just moved back to California.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to hook up in the desert somewhere, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about with that image?
Who the hell is Greg Bavino in second? Join a racist prison gang in third, and Buy Lifts and Finally Feel Tall comes in last for Greg Bavino's post-house retirement plans. All right. Thanks, everybody that voted. We'll put up another one of those. I will post it on my Discord server. If you're not there, you should go join my Discord server. There's lots and lots of great people there and awesome stuff there. We have a lot of fun, and I feel like we keep it pretty safe and pretty clean. My mods over there do an excellent job. Titan and Ascalon and Let's Farm do a lot of wonderful things. I have other mods than that, but those three kind of do a lot of the heavy lifting over there and keep me informed of what's going on and all that stuff. So if you're not on my Discord server, you should go join. Aunt Jur's over there doing a lot of good stuff too. Sorry, Aunt Jur, I didn't mean to forget you. I should have mentioned you. I will always forget to mention somebody when talking about these things. But yeah, it's an awesome place. Come over there, the Kentucky Atheist Discussion. I don't know why it didn't come up. That should work. I don't know why that's not working. But anyway, it's on my channel, and it also comes up. It's in chat too if you go back and look for it. And it's in the description also. Go over to Lil's channel and subscribe if you're here watching. Go over there, subscribe. If you're over there, you should come over here and subscribe. Turn on notifications, and that way you'll know when we put up new videos, because we're going to have a new day of the week that we're going to start doing this. So you'll know when that goes up. And all you members, that would probably be a good idea for you too, because I do member stuff and I don't give a lot of heads up for it usually. I just kind of go live whenever I want. The most Delulu conversation I've heard in my life. Thanks for the laughs. That's what we're here for you to laugh, Sartank. I don't get my feelings hurt when I'm not mentioned. I'm good, yeah. So did a mirror here. So it did mirror over here for real for a moment. What do you mean? Anyway, that's all good. We're going to get out of here, and we'll be back next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we'll talk about some more stuff, have some more clips, and maybe we'll do some more Trump quotes or something. That was fun. I would like to get some people.
There's plenty of them.
See if we can get some people to come on and play against each other in this kind of thing, and like get points and stuff. I'll give away some prizes, but you know, we got to get contestants first. But we'll do something like that, and keep an eye out for the next poll that I put up. Lil, you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, just yeah, be prepared for another crazy week. It ain't gonna stop. So
yeah. Well, all right then. Thanks everybody for coming. Thank you, Regios, for gifting all the memberships, and have a good one. See you next week.
all right.